Hello? Come in.
Hello, boss.
Ah, Yossi. Come and have a seat. Now, we need to talk about your performances. They've been basically unacceptable, haven't they, over the last few games?
I've been playing well.
No, they've been absolutely shit.
That's it. Rubbish.
You had a 6.2.
This is a disgrace. I want to leave this club.
Look, if you're going to behave like this, then I don't want you playing for this team. Alright, get out of this office and get out of this club. And that is how you get rid of a team leader. Welcome to the Bob Metaman transfer special with me, Bob Metaman.
Back once again with the Metaman manager, and welcome along to this transfer special with an emphasis on how to maximise a performance in the transfer window. We'll be looking at how to maximise player sales, how to manage our budgets, and manage our personal relationships, through which we should be able to attain favourable terms in our transfer targets. So first of all, let's have a look at the finances. We are up to 30% of the transfer revenue made available, and our transfer budget is up to almost $500,000 thanks to a sell-on clause in the Marco Levaya transfer with Getafe. They've given us an extra £1 million after 20 league performances. So that is extremely good. If we look at the squad, we can identify which players are on the verge of an exit. Josip Elez, as you saw in the cold opener, has been offered out, and we've had a bid of 1.3 million from Molde in Norway accepted, so we're just waiting for him to agree to the contract and he will be gone. That would leave us then with two centre-backs, so we're going to have to bring someone in, and we have identified Lucas Mineiro, who is a Brazilian midfielder, but his attributes are compatible with that of a ball-playing centre-back. So we will be looking to sign him on a loan deal, which will help us to retain most of our transfer budget for acquisitions in other areas of the squad. Another possible exit is Josip Vukovic, who is out of contract in the summer. He's a good player, good backup player, but if we can get some money in for him now, then we can reinvest it. Also, Tony Domgioni, who I've never been particularly enthralled with. Filip Krovinovic is back after his cruciate ligament damage. He's a potential outgoing. He's on big wages. Also, Fortune Basse, I think we can improve on him, even though he's playing well. And Jarovica could also exit on a loan deal, trying to develop him. In terms of our transfer targets, I already mentioned Lucas Mineiro. Oni Valakari is a very interesting prospect. He has had a fantastic few seasons in Cyprus. 30 goals in 43 games that season, 32 in 41 that season, and the current season he has 20 in 25 games. I think we're going to make him a main target of acquisition over this winter transfer window. Juan Fernando Asprilla, who would be an excellent right-sided winger. He is out of contract in a couple of days, so we're going to look to sign him on a trial period and then permanently. And Bamba Deng of FC Lorient, he looks extremely good, and he's out of contract in the summer, so we're going to look to sign him on a free, and he would occupy that left-hand inside forward role as a replacement for Basse. Unfortunately, those two players are foreign players, so we have to keep an eye on our foreign quota. But those are the objectives, those sales, those incomings. So let's crack on and see how we do. So it's January 3rd, and Elez has rejected Mulder, which is a bit of an arse move. I'm not entirely surprised. There's a lot of clubs interested in him, but it would have been nice to get him out early so that we have that money to work with. Lucas Mineiro is set to sign for us on loan, but we have delayed the transfer because of that LS deal falling through. We want to keep the wages in our budget down long enough that we can make offers for other players while these transfers have been finalised. As you can see, we're committed to spending nearly 12,000 over what we currently have a budget for. 8,000 over. And that means that we can't offer out wages above 2,000. So that's a little tip. You can delay transfers and allow yourself room for maneuver. And the reason that we're so high over is because we've offered Bamba Dieng a contract of 6.5k a week. There are a couple of other teams sniffing around in Malmo and Rakov, so hopefully coming in early will work to our advantage and they won't offer him a contract before he agrees to sign for us. Also, Rafael Bilou, who's come back from his loan, we've offered him out and we have an £800,000 a week bid from Vidzu. So that would be a nice little bonus if we can sell him too. So, disaster. Bamba Dieng has signed a new contract with Lorient. I'm having some regrets about how we played this now. We probably offered him the contract too early. We should have waited until we could have offered him a more lucrative deal. He's signed a £14,000 a week contract with them, which is way more than we could offer. We've confirmed Lucas Mineiro. He'll be joining on the 18th when the transfer window in Croatia actually opens. Apart from that, people are starting to offer contracts to Vukovic. We have a bid for Josip Elez from FC 20 for 1.2 million. We've accepted that. And Wesley, we have in contract negotiations at the moment for 250,000. So they're all outs at the minute. Just that Lucas Mineiro signing. We'll be looking to work on Valakari now. He has become much more important since losing out on Bamba Dieng. And what we're going to do is we're going to declare interest for transfer. Try to get him to become extremely interested in signing for us. If we go up to interested, you see, oh, he is interested. He's very interested. But he's not extremely interested, and if we can get him up to extremely interested, then that will drop his wage demands. So we'll get a scout on him and try to butter him up in the press. Maybe go and watch a game or two with him playing. Pafos schedule. They play Riga on the 25th, so if we go to that game, that may encourage him. We attend that in person, it may encourage him to lower his wage demands. Now, we have a change expectations offer from the board, which would massively increase our wage budget. At the moment, we can offer £6,500 a week to new signings, but if we increase the wage budget, it's an extra £15,000 in the wage budget, and that might offer us the opportunity to sign Valakari. I can't help looking at his goal scoring tally. He's scored another few goals since we first saw him. 23 and 30. I mean, it's the Cypriot League, but that is impressive. Other news, we have Juan Fernando Asprilla, who is obviously, what's his name? The famous Asprilla. It's obviously his son, although it's not actually stipulated in his information. He's on loan. We're going to be looking at signing him on a permanent. If you get them in on trial and they're there for a few weeks, it normally manages to drop their wage demands. So that's a little tip. Josip Vukovic has agreed to join Ferenese for nothing in the summer. which is okay. It's alright to keep him around as backup. Okay, it's the 21st of January, and the news is that Ehlers has finally departed. He has gone to Steaua Bucharest in Romania for 1.2 million, which is pretty good. Glad to get rid of him. Hasn't really had much of an effect on squad dynamics, which is a bit of a shame. In fact, there are quite a lot of disgruntled players. We won all of our friendlies, which is good. And that has been as a result of a new tactical setup in which we've brought Sunjic back into central defence, Hussein into defensive midfield, playing as a deep line playmaker, and that has essentially given us more quality in the midfield and more determination at the back. So it's kind of solved one of the problems of having a lack of central defenders. So we got Watmore, Pripyat and Sunjic now who can play at centre back, and Lucas Minero. So we're kind of sorted out now at centre back. Lucas Minero can always also, I think, work as a right back on support maybe. Apart from pace, he's got everything necessary to be a very good right back, which means we're going to look to sell Tony Domgioni. He is completely useless to us now. It's now time to move for Valakari, I think. Let's see. Let's just respond and say, I would love to make him part of the team, and working towards that end. It's all part of the buttering up process. Also, it's interesting to note that he has a father, Simo Valakari, in the game, who's actually a very good technical attacking coach. So we're going to approach to sign him. And that could add, give him a 3-year contract. There you go. So we're bringing in his dad, and hopefully that will convince Valakari. So just another little bit of a step to bring people together, build those relationships, and get the player in. So just to show you how using those little techniques can work to your advantage, we went to see a 2-2 draw between Paphos and Riga, in which only Valakari played and scored 2 goals. So an 8.4, okay, it's not good opposition, but you can see that if we click on him, it says press speculation, wants to impress Bob Metaman with his next performance. So we've got him interested. So we'll get another scout report on him, and hopefully this time it will show a reduction in his wages. So here we are on the 30th of January. It's the end of the transfer window for most European leagues, and Grigic has decided that he would like to leave. He would be happy to leave for a bid of 3.8 million, which I would be very happy for him to leave for that money as well, but I don't think that's very realistic. There's a lot of teams that seem to be interested in him, and for some reason his guide value goes up to 4.6 million, which is incredible. Let's offer him out. I'd start at about 2 million. See if we get any offers for him at all. Domgioni, let's offer him out for 500. See if we can get anything for him. Domgioni wants to talk about the price. Can we negotiate a fair price? Yes, we can. Great. That's actually more than I initially offered you out for, and he's content with it, with the price going up. Okay, fine. 1.1 million for Grigic. Well, I want 2 million. Okay. 1.7 million for Grigic. Yes, I accept. That would be superb. Thank you very much. And yeah, we have a game against Dinamo Zagreb coming up, which we won't watch because we're going to lose. So yes, thanks for warning us about Nelson. I'm well aware of Nelson. Thank you very much, Sana. Grigic, he's set to sign for Sittard. So Grigic goes. So another little trick that you can do is, in order to build up a relationship with Valakari's agent, we are looking at another player who that agent has on his books, who is a pretty poor centre-back. If we were to offer him a contract with a large agent fee, that could persuade the agent to bring down his demands with Valakari. Now, we don't actually have to sign this guy, but we do need to just offer a contract which has a big agent fee. So we approach to sign. Let's put him as an impact sub. He agrees, finalize, negotiate. What is the maximum? We can double that agent fee, finalize the deal, exit talks. But we will cancel the deal after we make the Valakari one. Then if we go to take a look at this agent again, as a friendly relationship with you. So you see that that worked. So now we go back to Valakari. You can see from his latest report that he's dropped his wage demands to 8.75. It still says that he's dubious, but I'm dubious about how dubious he really is. Let's make a transfer offer. 3 installments of 750. And then minimum league goals. 50 league goals will add another 200. They accept. Let's see what the agent says. He wants crazy money. Regular starter, that's fine. Negotiate. 14k. We'll offer a big agent fee. And some bonuses. Team of the Year bonus and top goal scorer bonus. Suggest 14, come on. It's not reasonable. Up the agent fee to 60,000. And we will add a season landmark goal and assist bonus. Suggest. This doesn't look good. Non-negotiable, 10 grand. They accept. Okay, that's more than I wanted to offer. So for all that hard work, it hasn't really paid off, has it? Let's now offer Aspria a contract. Important player. Try regular starter. He will accept that. That's too much money. 5,000 a week. Sell-on fee of 10% and Team of the Year bonus. How about that? Let's add a year to the contract. Bring that down to 5.5. And we will add a season landmark assist bonus. 20 assists. Give you another 50. Suggest. I mean, no, this is way too much money. Non-negotiable. 6 grand a week. Add a bonus. Goal bonus. 2,000. Non-negotiable. They accept. Good. Well. I wasn't going to bring you this game. But we got a win. Our first win against Dinamo. Let's take a look at the TV. Oop, that's a bit fast. This is in the 84th minute they equalised. Incredibly dodgy goalkeeping from Nardi. And then in the 94th minute, Ben Rahu with a free kick. Bang! At Maksimir Stadium, we run away from Zagreb with 3 points. Ben Rahu outclassing everyone on the pitch. I mean, it was a very tight game despite the fact they were down to 10 men. It just shows the gulf in quality between Dinamo and ourselves. Now then, some interesting developments. Lechia in Poland have made an offer for Domjoni for 250,000, which we've accepted. But he has his heart set on Fortuna Sittard. So we will just up that to 350 and offer him out again, see if Fortuna will make the bid. Legia are coming in for Nardi. They want 500,000. We are reluctant to sell for 500,000. One installment of, let's get this down to, we want 1.2 million. We'll negotiate that offer. Valkyrie set to sign. A measly 230k up front, with the rest, another 1 million to be paid subject to clauses. So we will accept that and get Oni Valakari in to meet up with his dad on the coaching staff. And hopefully Fernando Asprilla will follow suit. And there it is, we've signed Valakari. He's on much more money than I would like. We're going to train him up on the right side as a Raumdeuter. He looks pretty well adjusted for that role, and we're going to try and increase his speed a little. Get him to roam from position on that side. In other news, we did get another offer for Don Gioni from Fortuna Sittard for 350,000. So hopefully he will be on his way out. So it's transfer deadline day, and we have brought in Asprilla. He's worth between 1.2 and 3.5 million. So even if he doesn't work out, we'll be able to sell him for a huge profit. But I think he's definitely good enough for this league. We got in Valakari, and we got in Lucas Minero. So we signed the majority of our targets. Dom Gioni is about to sign for Lecce, which is fantastic. So we accept that. Goodbye, Dom Gioni. Now this is interesting. Victoria Plzen have just come in for Melniak. I've actually found a left back that looks pretty good. This could be a long-term signing. If he could fill that left back central defender role, play alongside Watmore. Liam Scales on balance looks pretty good. It's almost 1 o'clock on transfer deadline day. We have that offer for Melniak. We're going to negotiate that. We're going to look for 1 million as an opening negotiation, and I'll let you know. Depending on what happens with Melniak, we're going to go in for Scales. So we've accepted a bid of 725,000 for Melniak, and we've had a bid accepted by Celtic for 450, rising to 650 for Liam Scales. So this is an exciting little denouement to the transfer window. Bassi is desired by some clubs, so we're just going to offer him out again for 1.1, and then we're going to ask for an extra million. So Dom Gioni goes. Time to offer a contract to Scales, squad player, which is good. And let's offer him a language course. He's happy with that. Let's try and get him down to 3.5. And we'll up the agent fee, add a year to the contract, and we'll add clean sheet bonus up to 1.5. I'd really appreciate it if they would negotiate on the length of the deal. Look, if you're not gonna give us the right this is too much money, mate. We'll add in a optional contract. Not budging, is he? 4.5. You bastard. Make it non-negotiable. They accept. I think we could have got a better contract deal there, but never mind, we continue. It's all up to Melniak now. Okay, I'll play the game against Gorica and see you after. Bassi is moving on loan to Ferencváros. They're paying all his wages and 15k per month and an important player status, so he should retain his value if he plays and plays well. So we accept that. Still waiting on Melniak to accept the offer. There are other teams in for him, so we'll just offer him out again for $1 million. Scale set to sign. Melniak set to sign. Okay, so it's done. We accept. And Scales, we accept. So Melniak's on 4.6, and we're bringing Scales in on 4.8. We're making a little bit of money there. So that'll be it for this episode. If anything else happens, we'll be back, but that should be about it. By the way, we had that match against Gorica, 4-0. Aspria got an 8. Valkyrie got a 7.4, and Sam Sturridge got a hat-trick, and Yassin Benra, who scored again, he's in great form. So we've had 3 games since the recommencement of the league. We haven't played particularly well in either of them, or any of them, and yet we've come away with 9 points, so it's looking rosy. And there are 13 games remaining, 8 points behind Dinamo. I don't think we're going to catch them, but we look pretty nailed on for Champions League qualification. So all in all, I think it's been a pretty good transfer window. We signed 4 players, which improved the squad no end, and we've managed to get rid of 10 people so far. So as you can see, we've brought in 15 million in transfers and we've only spent 4, so it's been a really good transfer window on the whole. We've got more transfer budget now than we started with, although they've reduced the transfer revenue to 10%, which is a bit odd. And yeah, we've got plenty of money in the wage budget for signing new players. You can see that the advised wage is up to 10 grand, so in the summer we should be looking to sign some really high quality players and make a league challenge next year. So, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.